Hey, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about new love that you are at risk of missing out on if you assume that it's just like everybody else or that this person that you've met doesn't have good intentions. From what I can tell, this is somebody who absolutely wants to do right by you, and the universe is trying to make sure that you see them for who they really are. There's a desire, or like, I guess, a request that you stay optimistic about your love life. We did have internet issues, which is why I've already got some cards pulled, and I've put in the live chat the link to the first, I think it was like 14 minutes or so. And I keep forgetting that if we have buffering issues, that I should try to pause it and then start it again. Don't know where that would be. I'm just looking real quick. No. Okay. Well, so I'm going to try to figure that out. I noticed that it seems to happen more often with the computer, like the desktop version readings where the image is zoomed out a little bit versus the mobile where you're face to face. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind, I guess. Could be internet related. Hello, Divyansha. How are you doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchenta. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is a link for additional information on my memberships. There's 3 different tiers. All right, let's grab one more card from the Nightmare Before Christmas, and then we'll move on to some oracle cards. So we've got the 10 of Potions or 10 of Cups in the reverse and the 8 of Needles or 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is saying if you assume that true love is never going to find you, then you'll never recognize it when it does. So please make sure you've at least got the radar out there being, honest with you about whether or not it's a good connection with somebody. This is the Voyage of the Soul. What else do we have, please? Empath and Limitless. Sensitivity, receptive, alone time, absorb, replenish, and expand, spread, higher, open-minded, and wishes. So if you really do get what you want and it shows up in your life, then, you want to be looking out for it, right? Hello, Carrie. How's it going? Harvest. Steady, stable, rewards, financial gain, abundance, and windfall. And ethereal, heavenly, angelic, airy, mermaids, fantasy, and daydream. This romance is going to feel a little bit unreal to you in a good way. And that could make you question whether or not it could actually be something that makes you happy. So take a look at the energy of this person, understand all of the little messages that you're receiving, because it will guide you. And I do feel like you're about to meet someone who's going to be really sweet, really good to you. All right, this is the Wild Reflections Tarot. What's up, Santiago? How are you? What else do we have? Five of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and 9 of Cups in the reverse. See, part of the risk here is that it's not like you're getting this offer or meeting this new love in a vacuum, right? There are other people around you. So it could even be that you have multiple offers, because 5 of Wands is talking about competition. So there could be multiple people who are expressing interest in you, and figuring out what to invest in or who to connect with, maybe a little bit overwhelming. So if you try to kind of rush through to deciding who's got good intentions, you may accidentally walk away from the person who is actually Temperance, a very good match for you. Two of Cups. Yeah, I see there being a decision and you're trying to figure out between two people, who am I supposed to actually invest in? And there's a risk that you're going to choose the wrong person. With that Nine of Swords, maybe even a little bit of anxiety that it's too difficult to make a decision. And it could cause problems with this true love if you don't let go of the other option quickly enough, right? So with the Four of Swords in the reverse, this is telling you the key is you can tell who's healed and who's not. So who is not acting in a way that demonstrates they've been real comfortable with accountability and communication. You'll figure it out, right? Hey, Tarot by Nature, how's it going? What else do we have? Eight of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Empress. Yeah, once you know, you have to make the decision pretty quickly who you're going to invest in. So not only is it, there's a possibility you could judge this person a little unfairly and feel like they're a little bit like the others. When you really get to know them, or when you really, open yourself up to the possibility that this could be someone really special, that's when you understand, okay, this is somebody who really does want to be a good partner or wants to be reliable or honest. So I don't want to play games with this person. They're saying, when you figure that out, you got to be very decisive and communicate that you're not interested in that other person. Because for some, there's this temptation to carry on with both, and that would be calamitous. The Star, the Fool in the reverse, and Strength. Once you locate who it is that you are meant to be in a relationship with, once you get that intuitive message or you feel that connection with them, do not play games. Do not collect $200. Do not pass go, whatever it is. Straight to jail. All right, this is the Love Oracle. Let's see what else we've got for you. Beginnings, try again, new direction, start over. Running, ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. So there's a new beginning here, and if you were to run away, or if you were to ignore this person or this connection, it would be something you would likely regret, because it is different energy. It's not like the others, right? You're fearful that it's going to be toxic energy. So you put boundaries in place, or you may get a little bit sassy with this person. But the universe is saying there's actually quite a lot of possibility between you and them if you were to give them a chance. Yeah. But you have this resistance. You're like, I don't know, love, that sounds like a problem that I don't have right now. 99 problems, but a A1. You know? Well, maybe I'm safer over here. The universe is like, no. We need you to be optimistic because there's somebody that we're sending to you that is worthwhile. This is the Gilded Reverie. What's up, Drew? What else do we have? Yeah, this is love of your life type, right? Soulmate energy with the wedding ring coming through and being in the right place at the right time to meet this person. This is somebody who is loyal. They would not cheat on you. This is somebody who would be respectful of you. But once you find out that this is the type of energy you're looking for, you have to be quick to cut out the other one. So this is the woman without a shirt. And I'm not saying that you're choosing between two women, but I am saying you're choosing between two people, and one of them is more of a physical intimacy type connection that you enjoy, whereas the other one has the emotional. I'm not saying you have enjoyed that. You might just be extremely attracted to somebody, or you may be kind of self-sabotaging, right? This person seems like a real authentic individual. I don't know what to do with that, so I'm going to choose somebody that reminds me of all of my exes because I know what happens there, right? No. You've been through this spiritual awakening, this ego death for a reason. So when somebody is approaching you with respect and they want to be a good partner, the universe is like, please just try, see if it works out, and don't continue to entertain somebody that you know is not your cup of tea. All right, this is the Crow Tarot. Hello, Renee. How's it going? That could very well be Skimmy. Did I say hello to James? Hello. Hello, Steve. This is a general reading, Crypto. We have another reference to the Empress. Loving, compassionate energy. World in the reverse. I feel like this is someone you haven't met yet. This is someone who's making significant changes in their life over the last 5 or 6 months. This person has been potentially changing their job, potentially moving. They've been creating a new routine. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse. There's instability that they learned a difficult lesson from that had kept them stuck for a long time, and they've freed themselves from that. They were dealing with a situation that made them feel powerless, and this could be a partner that was manipulative, but they had to work to get out of that situation, and I do feel like it required them saving money or setting themselves up. It took time, right, to get to that point. Tell me about this new person. Ace of Cups. Sun in the reverse. So it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable when you are hanging out outside midnight. It's going to be dark outside, right? You come back in, you got a lot of lights on. It's going to be like, oh, that's so bright. I don't think I can handle that. When you have been dealing with a bunch of people who don't know how to respect or love or support you in a friendly or romantic way, then when you have that experience with somebody where they really are loving, it can be a little bit jarring, a little bit, whoa, I'm not used to people being nice, right? Have you ever heard somebody say, I really suck at compliments? If you compliment me, I'm like, screw you. Don't know what to do, right? So this reading is for somebody who may fumble a beautiful love opportunity because they've grown so used to dealing with and perhaps rejecting those that do not have the energy that matches theirs or doesn't seem to, be honest about what they're looking for. So the universe is like, we need you to get ready. Think about things like, how would it go if it was somebody that you really wanted? Envision that. Have a little bit of a plan, right? We've got the moon and death because there's some sort of transformation that is going on that you seem to be kind of aware of, but not fully aware of. And this impacts your romantic life. So good things are happening, but those good things could potentially be sabotaged by you if you are thinking or assuming that everything is just kind of meh. So expect good things and you will recognize them more readily, right? All right, this is the situations deck. Hey, Pharaoh, how are you doing? Hello, Darnell. soulmate, intervention, others involved, interlude, TikTok. That's so perfect. So remember we had the ring come out, right? We have a soulmate. Somebody else is like sending them to you, okay? Now, does that mean that somebody's setting you up on a blind date? Not necessarily, but maybe. Because we do have the popcorn, right? She's probably on a date. Is it Snow White? I don't know. But this is TikTok deadline, time running out, timing factor. Do not miss this beautiful love opportunity because you have been drowning in undesirable options. There's somebody amazing that's about to show up. Either they're moving towards you or you're moving towards them. Hello, Steve. Oops. Pressure cooker. There is something major happening causing this move. That needs to end. I don't want to work there. I don't want to be in that relationship. There was a major ending that led to a move, which I suppose that's pretty common, right? All right, let's see what else we can find out. Let's go with the Morgan Greer. What else do we need to know about this new love, please? Nine of Swords in the reverse, King of Wands, and the World in the reverse. This is someone who is determined. I do feel like you find them attractive. I do feel like they're the type to face problems head on. They're not going to run away from things, right? Accountability is not unusual or difficult for them. We've got the Three of Wands in the reverse. I just feel like you're not going to expect them is the biggest problem. Knight of Cups in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Cups. You assume that they are the King of Pentacles in the reverse because I feel like it's because they're attractive. Like either you read negative energy from them because they look like your old type, you just assume that they act like your old type, or there's something here where you're just like, it's a little bit jaded and you're like, you probably suck too. You've met plenty of people like you. But no, this is not somebody who's fitting that type. So maybe this is like you have a risk of immediately rejecting them. And then if you actually get to know them, you'll realize that you did not have a very good read on who this person is and that they're actually pretty chill. Tower, Four of Wands. So there's a change in perspective. You're like, oh, you're actually like kind of cool. All right. Four of Wands, and then things level up, and then things proceed. Romance happens. Hello, Phoenix Thunder. How are you doing? It's going well, thank you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I know it's a little bit shorter, but we had the 14 minutes from the other one, and I've got to run some errands. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.